Hey everyone! Today we're doing something a little different. A bit of a time warp. We're dusting off a true classic, the first generation iPhone SE. Launched way back in 2016, this little guy was a game changer. Now it's 2025 and, well, let's be real. The tech world has moved on. But the question remains, can the original iPhone SE still hang? Is it still usable in today's world? That's what we're here to explore. Before we dive in, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The iPhone SE was Apple's way of saying, hey, we know some of you still love smaller phones. They took the iconic design of the iPhone 5S, which, let's be honest, is still a beautiful design, and packed it with the internals of the iPhone 6S, the powerful A9 chip. It was a surprising move, and it created a real cult following. I remember when this phone came out, I was actually saving up for a new phone at the time. And the SE was so tempting because it was more affordable than the 6s. I ended up getting one, and honestly, I loved it. I remember I was traveling through Europe that summer, and the SE was perfect for navigating unfamiliar cities. It fit perfectly in my pocket, and the battery surprisingly lasted a full day of heavy use. I even took some pretty decent photos with it. Considering the time, it genuinely felt like a premium device in a small package. Alright, let's get down to business. How does the iPhone SE hold up in 2025? The design is undeniably iconic. Those flat edges, the aluminum back, it's a timeless design. I personally prefer this design to some of the more rounded ones we see today. It feels so secure in the hand. I have pretty small hands, so this form factor is perfect for me. What do you guys think? Do you prefer this design or the newer ones? Let me know in the comments. Of course, the bezels are, well, let's just say they're a product of their time. We're so used to edge-to-edge displays now, it does make the screen feel a bit cramped at times. But again, it's part of the charm, right? It's like driving a classic car. You appreciate the simplicity. The 4-inch Retina display is, well, it's 4 inches. The resolution is decent, and for basic tasks, it's perfectly usable. But let's be real, watching videos or browsing image-heavy websites can feel a bit cramped. I tried watching some YouTube on it earlier, and let's just say, I wouldn't recommend it for binge watching. What do you guys think? Are you okay with smaller screens, or do you prefer the bigger ones? The iPhone SE rocks the Apple A9 chip, the same one found in the iPhone 6s. Now back in 2016, this chip was a powerhouse. It was like putting a sports car engine in a compact car. I remember being blown away by how snappy it was. Even now in 2025, it's surprisingly usable for everyday tasks. I was scrolling through social media the other day, checking emails, even did some light web browsing, and it handled everything pretty smoothly. It's like that reliable old car that just keeps on going. But let's be real, it's not a spring chicken anymore. This A9 chip is built on a 14-nanometer process, which is quite old by today's standards. Modern chips are much smaller, more efficient, and pack way more transistors. This means they can handle more complex tasks with less power consumption. I tried playing a graphically intensive game, and it definitely struggled. Frame rates dropped and the phone got noticeably warm. It's not designed for that kind of workload anymore. It's like trying to tow a trailer with that old compact car. It'll probably get you there, but it's not going to be a comfortable ride. Technically speaking, the A9 has a dual-core Twister CPU and a PowerVar GT 7600 GPU. While these were impressive for their time, they simply can't compete with the multi-core CPUs and dedicated GPUs found in modern smartphones. So for basic tasks, it's fine. But for anything demanding, you'll definitely notice the limitations. This is the biggest hurdle. The iPhone SE officially supports up to iOS 15. While iOS 15 is still functional, it's not the latest and greatest. This means no new features, no fancy security updates, and some newer apps might not even be compatible. This is a big deal, and it's something to seriously consider. However, many mainstream apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube still support it. Well, let's just say it's not its strong suit. Even when it was new, the battery life was just okay. Now in 2025, with years of use, it's probably even worse. I had to charge it twice just to film this video. A battery replacement might help, but Honestly, I wouldn't expect miracles. I tried using it as my main phone for a day just to see how it would go. It was actually kind of refreshing to be less distracted. But I definitely missed the bigger screen when I was trying to navigate with maps. I was surprised how well it handled music playback, though. I paired it with my wired headphones and it was perfect for listening to music or podcasts while I was doing chores. Alright, let's talk about the camera on this little guy. The iPhone SE packs a 12-megapixel rear camera, the same sensor found in the iPhone 6. Back in 2016, this was a solid shooter, capable of capturing some really nice images. I remember taking photos with it and I was genuinely impressed with the detail and color reproduction, especially in good lighting. Technically, we're talking about a 1/3-inch sensor with 1.22 micrometer pixels, which for its time was pretty decent. It also shoots 4K video at 30 frames per second, which is still respectable even today. But let's be real, camera technology has come a long way since then. Modern phones boast larger sensors, better optics, and advanced computational photography features like night mode and HDR+, which the SE simply doesn't have. I recently tried taking some photos at night with it and, well, let's just say the results weren't exactly Instagram-worthy. The images were grainy and lacked detail. It's a stark reminder of how much low-light photography has improved. However, in good daylight, it can still hold its own. For casual snapshots, it's perfectly fine for capturing memories. Just don't expect it to compete with the latest flagships. Alright, let's talk about the less glamorous side of using the iPhone SE in 2025. The downsides. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm bashing this little guy. It's a classic for a reason, but we've got to be real. First off, software updates. Officially, it stops at iOS 15. That's like driving a classic car. It's cool, but finding parts and mechanics who know it can be tricky. It's the same with apps. Some newer ones just won't work, and you miss out on the latest security patches. This is a big deal, not just for new features, but for your online safety too. Then there's the battery. Oh, the battery. I remember when it was new, it was okay. Now? Let's just say I had to keep a power bank glued to it during testing. It's basic physics. Lithium-ion batteries degrade over time. It's like your old sneakers. They might look cool, but they don't have the same bounce anymore. And the screen, well, it's small. I tried reading an article on it and I felt like I was squinting at a postage stamp. It's fine for quick glances, but for serious browsing or video watching? Not ideal. It's like trying to watch a movie on an old portable TV. Nostalgic, but not exactly cinematic. It's also not as bright as newer screens, making it hard to see in sunlight. I tried taking photos outside once and I could barely see what I was framing. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to consider. So the big question is the iPhone SE still worth it in 2025? Honestly, as a primary phone, probably not. There are so many better options out there. But as a secondary phone, a backup, or even a nostalgic gadget, it could be fun. Imagine using it just for music or podcasts while you're working out. Or as a dedicated device for a specific app. If you already have one lying around, it might be worth keeping it for those niche uses. But I wouldn't recommend going out and buying one for a daily driver's phone. What do you think? Did you ever own an iPhone SE? Let me know your memories in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll catch you in the next one.